Hello friends, my name is George, the nice smelling gentleman. What if I tell you guys that you can find a clone of this masterpiece, the Valentino Uomo Intense, which usually costs about $120, $130 for less than $15? Would you believe me? Would you be interested? If so, check out today's video. Alright, so the fragrance that I'm talking about in today's video is called Ambre Chic and it comes from the house of Saint Hilaire. I'm gonna quickly show you the box that this fragrance comes into. It has this kind of brownish looking color. On the front you have Saint Hilaire Ambre Chic. On the top you have again Ambre Chic, Saint Hilaire, excuse me. On the bottom you have some legal information. There's also something like a batch code that to be honest, I don't know how to read exactly. I don't know when my bottle was actually made and I don't care. Now, the bottle itself looks like this. It's a pretty plain looking bottle. You have this dimming of the bottle. At the bottom it's clearer, at the top it's like harder to look through the glass itself. It's quite a thick glass. It's not the heaviest bottle in the world, but it's also not the lightest bottle in the world. Again, on the front you have Ambre Chic Saint Hilaire. On the top you have Saint Hilaire. The cap is, meh. I wouldn't recommend you to pick up the fragrance through the cap. And yeah, that's the packaging and how the actual bottle looks. For the people who are not familiar with the Valentino Uomo Intense, it's a fragrance that is made by the house of Valentino. It came out in 2016, I think. It's a iris leather fragrance, one of the best men's iris fragrances out there, and probably it's in my all-time top 3, top 5 most favorite fragrances, along with the likes of Dior Homme Intense and Dior Homme Parfum. I will go through the note breakdown of the Valentino Uomo. It is the top notes are mandarin orange and clary sage. The middle notes are iris and tonka bean, and the base notes are vanilla and leather. Now, if we talk about the note breakdown of the Ambre Chic, the notes are clary sage and tangerine, iris flower and tonka bean, and leather and vanilla. So it's basically it's supposed to be the same exact note breakdown as with the Valentino Uomo. Now, talking about note breakdowns is all good and dandy, but let's check how they actually smell and how they compare to each other. Now, about an hour ago I sprayed both of those on my hands. On my right hand I have the Ambre Chic and on my left hand I have the Valentino Uomo Intense, so I can talk about the dry down. But let's first check how is the initial smell on a paper strip. Okay, first I'm gonna spray the Ambre Chic. As you can see, the sprayer is quite decent. Let it settle for a second because I know already that it's slightly chemical when you first spray it. Alright, I'll put that to the side and I'll spray a bit of the Valentino Uomo as well. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of the sprayer of the Valentino Uomo as well, to be honest. Now, in the opening, I have the Ambre Chic over here, and Valentino Uomo over here. On the opening, you can definitely pick up the fact that this is slightly more citrusy compared to the Valentino Uomo. It's slightly sweeter, more airy, slightly fresher. I think when they were mixing up the notes, they've put more of that orange or mandarin note in here compared to the Valentino. Valentino is darker, it's richer, it has this, simply put, like a darker presence. This is more airy. Okay, so that's the opening. when the actual those two fragrances start to settle down and enter their dry down, I have the Ambre Chic on my right hand. This still continues to be like slightly airy, slightly fresher. At this point, like an hour after you sprayed it, the mandarin has pretty much gone. All you pick up is the iris, the vanilla, slight vanilla hint, and a bit of the leather. Now, on my left hand, I have the Valentino, and this continues in the dry down, continues to be darker, stronger, denser. It's sweet, but the sweetness of the iris and the vanilla is mixed up with the leather. Now, the Ambre Chic, it has leather listed, but the leather accord is like very faint compared to the Valentino. I think the leather actually is what makes the Valentino denser and richer, like heavier. And here this continues to be more airy, more fresh, sweeter. Now, if you smell them from an arm's length, uh, you probably won't be able to pick up the difference. You have to have a really trained nose and really know exactly how the Valentino Uomo smells. To pick up those differences, you have to really put your nose where you've sprayed the actual fragrances. The next important question is how these two fragrances are compared as far as the performance goes. Now, Valentino Uomo, although I love this fragrance, it's never been like the strongest performer for me. I know some people praise the performance of the Valentino Uomo Intense, but for me it's never been the strongest performer. I usually get something like 6 to 7 hours on my skin and a few hours longer on my clothes. If I want to extend that, I usually have to overspray a little bit. Now the Ambre Chic, it gets, to me, it's like 4 to 5 hours on skin and a few hours extra if you overspray, like put it on your clothes. But if we talk about the price difference, this usually costs about $120. You can probably pick it up at some discounters for $100, but that's as low as you can find it usually, even if you are able to find it. And this costs like less than $15, but let's, for the sake of round numbers, say that it costed me $15. So you have about 2/3 of the performance of the Valentino Uomo in this bottle, and you pay about what, 15% of the price, 20. If I have to rate it as a clone of Valentino Uomo, I would say that you get about 85% of similarity as far as the scent goes, and about 60 to 70% of the performance for this for about 15% of the price. So I will give it a score of about 8.5. And on to my final words. If you like this DNA, this combination of iris and leather, the Valentino Uomo DNA, the Dior Homme Intense, Dior Homme Parfum DNA, you can safely blind buy the Ambre Chic, because at the end of the day it costs like $15. Even if you don't like it, you can throw it away, or you can use it as like a daily driver. You can freely overspray and don't give a damn because it costs $15. I hope that you liked this video. I hope that it was helpful for you guys. I hope that you stay safe, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye bye.